Órale, Cholo Trucker, Mas movies and shows, and here we got I Can Only Imagine. Now, I Can Only Imagine is a song, and I remember when the song came out. Because yes, I am a country fan, and they were playing it on country stations. So that's where I would hear it at. I don't know if it's really a country song. Definitely the gospel, man. Definitely about the word, Holmes. Um, but as far as it being a country song, I don't know, but that's where I would hear it. I don't know if anybody's heard it on some other genre of music stations, but that's where I heard it. So I really, really love the song, and I didn't really know much about the band that will sing it. I just kind of liked the song, and that was about it, Holmes. And I was just like, damn, this is a damn touching song. Like, I really enjoy the song. So when I heard that this movie was coming out, I was like, oh, all right, cool. And I remember hearing the song, the lyrics, and all that, in the background. Like, basically, it's gonna be the story of how this song came to be. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. That's interesting, homie. I actually want to check it out. But it didn't I wasn't intrigued enough where I made it, I circled it on my calendar like, oh man, you know what? I can't wait for this to come out because I'm gonna go watch it in movie theaters or anything of that sort. Um, but I knew one day I was going to watch it. Now, this movie came out in 2018, and I did not know it had uh, um, sorry, his name is escaping me now. Dennis Quaid. I did not know it had Dennis Quaid in there, but it did, or it does, I should say, not did. It does have him in there. So I was like, oh, I did not know he was in this movie. I didn't really know too much about the movie. I just kind of knew that Trace Atkins was playing a role in it. So I'm like, okay, you know what? One day it will come across and I'll sit down and I'll watch it. One day. Well, the day came and it's gone. I watched it. And let me go ahead and tell you guys this. This movie is damn good. This movie is damn good. Sadio, homie, I love this movie, dog. The whole story to it is great. I love this movie. I enjoyed it all. To the story of him being a kid and the relationship that he has with his mom, the relationship that he has with his father. I'm gonna do my best not to ruin it for you guys, but there'll be a little bit of spoiler alerts here. He goes through abuse, which the movie doesn't really show too much abuse. It just talks about the abuse he went through, but it doesn't really show the abuse too much. Um, you could definitely see that it is a pretty rough relationship between him and his father, played by Dennis Quaid, who did a great job, by the way, and how much he's really trying to prove himself to his old man. He's trying to live up to his old man's expectations, and his old man, to him, he's never good enough. No matter what he does, you're never gonna be good enough. You can never meet my expectations. And then mom running out on him, taking off like, damn, that's Gacho, man. It seemed like that was the only, peace that he had in his life. And then, growing up like that and always being with dad and dad, being abusive and all. Like I said, it shows some of the abuse, right? Like there's a time where, but they mainly talk about it more. There's a time it's like, hey, remember when you whipped me with the belt? I couldn't lay on my back. It doesn't show any of that stuff. It just, they just talk about it. But um, there's a great movie. And for the main character, For him to always have the relationship with God, I think is pretty powerful. A lot of times when things like this happen, kids and young people, they kind of drift away from the Lord. But he always seemed to have this relationship with God, no matter what. Even though he was making bad decisions here and there, he always seemed like he had this relationship with God. And that was probably because he started, he didn't want to be a singer. Again, I'm not going to spoil too much for you guys. He didn't want to be a singer, but it seemed like when he started singing, just immediately he started getting surrounded by people from church. And I think that really helped him out. And it was just a great movie, man. The grind, the struggle that he went with his band. They're traveling, they're trying to get their name out there. They're singing from the heart, they're playing from the heart. And yet, people keep on telling them, like, hey man, you got to come from the heart. And they're like, damn, like, what else can we do? And it's like people are showing interest, but they don't want to sign them. And just the struggle of being a small time band, trying to make it at the same time, the relationship, his love interest that he has with his childhood girlfriend, and the struggles that he has with that. Mainly the struggles that she has, not so much him. He's going through a lot, man, with his band, with his father, with mom being gone, with the love interest, just so much trying to find himself. And then when he does, it's like, oh, okay, cool. I had no idea. I had zero idea. Little spoiler alert here. I had no idea that this song originally was going to be sang by someone else. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but a well known artist, female. But I had no idea that we were that close for this song. I can only imagine to be sung by a different artist. Wow, what a great movie. What a great story. What a story of, the little engine that could. I love this movie, man. It is a beautiful story, Holmes. Serio, dog. And I highly, highly recommend this movie. Good, good stuff. I knew I was going to watch it one day. This movie is just a little under 2 hours long. I knew I was going to watch it one day. And I really, really want my sons to watch this movie. So I'm really going to make it a point for them to watch it. We'll sit down and we'll watch it together. But I did not think this movie was that powerful. I did not think this movie, it didn't seem like it got a lot of traction. Like I said, I remember when it came out, I remember it being advertised, and I remember I really enjoyed the song. So I was like, all right, one day I'm going to check it out. But I didn't really hear anybody talk about it. So I was just kind of like, all right, maybe it's okay, maybe it's all right. But I'm here to tell you guys, at least for me, this is one heck of a damn beautiful story. And I enjoyed it. Great movie, Holmes. I can only imagine. Cholo Trucker, M.A.S. Movies and Shows. I'll catch you guys on next one.